Have you done everything you possibly can to avoid your bike being stolen?
Pretty sure.
Let me ask you a question. Are you going to vote in the upcoming Police and Crime Commissioner elections on the 2nd of May?
I don't do that.
I'm going to make the argument that if you don't vote, any investment that you may have made in disc locks, chains, covers, trackers, alarms and insurance will be worth a little bit less if you don't vote. Thanks to the job that I have with MAG, I get to speak to lots of bikers from all around the country on a regular basis. And it may or may not surprise you to know that one of the things that I hear very many bikers say is, I don't do politics.
I don't talk politics after dinner.
This is a reasonable position to take. I used to think exactly the same. What's the point? The problem is that even if you don't do politics, you can be pretty sure that politics will do for you. Let's face it, at the moment, the government's response to motorcycle theft seems to be that killing off motorcycling is the best solution. Clearly, if politicians can stop you from riding, that will mean there will be no more motorcycles being bought, and ipso facto, no more motorcycle theft. Now, we will be launching a general election campaign soon, but for now, let's warm up our political muscles with the PCC elections in May. Now remember, if you live in London, West Midlands, Greater Manchester, North, South or West Yorkshire, it's the regional mayor that has the PCC's powers in your area. But of course those mayor elections are also happening on the 2nd of May, and so all the same principles apply. Now you may well fall into the camp that says that the best way to tell if a politician is lying is to watch to see if his lips are moving.
I know you're lying because your lips are moving.
Whatever you think about politicians and how many of them are out and out liars, the reality is that if we don't hold them to account, they won't even need to bother putting in the effort to tell lies. Abstaining from politics is not a good move. One of those candidates that appear on the ballot paper is going to be elected whether you vote or not. You could say you only get one vote, so is it really worth it? Now, when you're looking at it from that angle, one important thing to remember is that the turnout for the PCC elections is always low. The last elections for police and crime commissioners was held in May 2021. Now, it should have taken place in May 2020, but because of the pandemic it got delayed for a year. But the important thing is that the turnout was just 34%. So if you didn't vote then, you were in the majority. But what you need to understand is that because 2/3 of the people don't vote, that effectively means those who do vote get 3 times the amount of influence. So actually casting a vote is worthwhile and it is important.
My vote counts as 2.
But let's be honest here, the process of deciding who to vote for is probably more impactful than who you actually vote for. It is the election campaign where you really do have the power. You have what they want, which is your vote. And of course, if you can prove that you're the kind of person who is going to vote, then your opinion counts 3 times more than anybody else's.
My vote counts as 2.
To get the Police and Crime Commissioner candidates interested in bike theft, they need to hear from people like you, people who are genuinely concerned about bike theft. They will very quickly realise that promising to do something about it is likely to win them your vote. And if you're asking them questions about it, you're probably going to be voting. If we're clever, we can do what we've just achieved in the Thames Valley area. In the Thames Valley Police and Crime Commissioner election, all 4 candidates have already made the Fight Motorcycle Theft pledge. So whoever actually wins the election, we have already got a victory in Thames Valley. No matter which one of them is elected, we know that we're going to have a Police and Crime Commissioner that is committed to vastly reducing bike theft over the next 4 years. This is a victory for bikers before a single vote has been cast. So please do get involved. Use the Fight Motorcycle Theft campaign to your advantage and to the advantage of all your fellow riders. It costs nothing to ask candidates on social media if they've made the pledge. Make sure that they respond to your question in public, and that way they are tied in. I can assure you that I will be on their case as soon as they are elected and will not let them forget the promises they made to get elected. Now is the time to do it. Now is the time for all bikers to do politics.